What's up, guys? Welcome back. Today we're going to be breaking down the 2020 USC Trojans schedule, predictions, and everything else. I know that the Pac-12 is going to go to only conference games. We don't know if that's going to be 8 or 10. I'm pretty sure it's going to be 10. What that means is two less games for them to win in the total. Vegas will correct that. I do see bowl games. I do see a Pac-12 championship. I do see the playoffs happening. I do see them picking a Heisman. So based on that, we can do a lot of preseason bets once Vegas gets the numbers out. Vegas numbers are going to have to transition. The Heisman's going to have to transition. The team that make the playoffs is going to have to transition. National championship's going to have to transition. But the biggest thing is probably Heisman and the win total. Of course, the win total is going to change because they're only going to play 10 games. So looking at USC, they have 8 starters returning on offense and 9 starters returning on defense. Very solid, very experienced on both sides of the ball. They have to fill in both tackle positions on offense, but that's not going to be too crucial just because they have 3 of the 5 starting offensive linemen returning. They'll probably move the guards into the tackle, or they got people coming in, so I'm not too worried about that. They do have a new defensive coordinator, Todd Orlando. If I didn't know anything about him, I would be worried, but he comes from Texas, and Texas has had a very solid defense while he was there. USC will be able to spread the field and score on anyone. I don't see that being an issue, especially since they're only doing Pac-12 games. They're not going to see crazy defenses. Utah lost a lot. Oregon's defense is going to be pretty good. I think that's going to be the best defense they see, but Oregon's offense I don't think is going to be up to par. They're very experienced on the defensive line, which is going to be really good for the games, and they won 5 of their last 6 Pac-12 games in 2019. The reason I put that in there is because they're only going to be playing Pac-12 teams. So winning 5 of the last 6, it's a pretty good stat going into 2020, knowing you're only playing Pac-12 teams. Odds to win the Pac-12 South. The odds on the Pac-12 South and Pac-12 Championship shouldn't really change because those are only based on conference games anyways. So those odds shouldn't change really at all going forward. But odds to win the Pac-12 South is minus 125. I believe they will win the Pac-12 South. Odds to win the Pac-12 Championship is plus 225. I believe they win the Pac-12 Championship. So, yeah, I will probably lay money on the Pac-12 Championship. Odds to make the college football playoff. These are going to change, but it's plus 800 for yes, minus 1430 for no. Minus 1430 is way too big of a number to bet. Bet $1,430 to win 100. I'm not liking that. And I'm not liking that now because they're not playing Alabama. And we'll get into the schedule in a little bit, but they're only playing Pac-12 games. I could see them possibly going undefeated in the Pac-12. Those 10 games, if they go undefeated and win the Pac-12 championship, I think they make the playoff. It's going to be interesting this year. You're going to have a lot. I think you'll have more undefeated teams, and you're also going to have teams in the SEC that literally carnage each other. Odds to win the college football playoff is plus 4,000. I mean, if you want to throw a $2,500 or $25 bet on that and a chance to win 1,000, go ahead. I don't see them being on the same tier as the Clemson, Ohio State, Alabama right now. Even Georgia and Florida, I don't see them on that tier just because I think those defenses would eat them up. Those are gnat in my face. Sorry about that. Now, one that I love is quarterback Kedon Slavis. Odds to win the Heisman are 33-1. I will be putting money on that. I will probably be putting money on the over, whatever their new win total is. It's probably going to be 8 or 9 with the 10-game season. I'll take the over in both of those. And the Heisman for Kedon Slavis, I will be putting a small wager on that one also. Let's look at their schedule, and I know their schedule is going to change. Their first 2 games are not happening. They're only playing conference games. So Alabama's out. They dodged a bullet there. I believe Alabama would have crushed them. New Mexico Lobos, that's out too. At Stanford, if this goes the way it goes and they just add the 2 games on the back end to make it 10 total conference games, their first game will be at Stanford. Stanford's always tough. I believe USC has way more talent, and USC will pull that out. Arizona State always has a decent defense, not a very good offense. So, I mean, I think USC can score on anyone, so I see them winning that one. Utah lost a shit ton on offense and defense from last year. So USC beat them last year. Some people said it was a fluke, but with them losing all that talent, USC is going to win that. California, no defense, tons of offense. So, of course, USC has the better offense and the better defense in my eyes. So USC should win that one. At Arizona, decent team, solid team, not up to USC talent. And then Colorado always throws it 60 times a game. No real defense. USC will win that one. At Oregon, this is probably the only game that I see them not having the best team on both sides. You might be able to say Washington too, just from the defense standard. But at Oregon, Oregon's going to have a good defense. And this is later in the season. Oregon's offense will start gelling. They always have talent. They always have speed. This is their biggest question mark to me. I still see them. I actually see Oregon probably being the favorite just by 2 or 3 points. So I'll take USC plus the points in that one. Washington, I mean, USC should win that one. Washington will have a solid team. A lot of question marks on Washington's offense. Washington's defense is always solid though, and offensive line and defensive line are always solid for them. So Washington wise, I still see USC winning. At UCLA, UCLA's not there yet, so USC wins that one, and they don't have to play Notre Dame. So by them just playing conference games, they dodge Notre Dame and Alabama. USC can say thank you now. Pac-12 championship, it's going to be a good one. I see them winning it. So if you do even throw in the loss to Oregon, they go 9-10. They win the South, and they should be in the Pac-12 championship, where I see them winning. I think Oregon will be a very good game. I might not put money on it. It's according to what the line is, but I think Oregon will be a very good game. So I see them going 9-10 with the new schedule. The issue is we don't know who they're going to add. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I guess they only have to add one. Yeah, they only have to add one game. So they only have to add one team. They're already playing the toughest team, so it's not really going to matter who they add. Maybe Washington State. I don't know who they're going to add, but they're going to add probably one Pac-12 game to make it 10. And yeah. So that's how I see it, 9-10. I will be making bets on the over once Vegas comes out with it on the 10-game schedule. I will be making a small bet on Slavis for the Heisman, and I will probably be making a small bet for the Pac-12 championship. Hopefully this gave you some insight into the upcoming season, and hopefully we win some money. That's what this all comes down to. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, and thank you for watching. Take care.